Good morning. Hope I'm not intruding. Are you really that surprised? It has been a while since you've last seen me, hasn't it? Not since that time we met at the Shinjo. Yes, you're still in Penacony. You haven't moved from your hotel room since you got here a few hours ago. I have to admit, I quite like the decor here. It reminds me of a few planets I've visited. It seems so nonchalantly frivolous on the surface, but it has some quality I can't exactly describe. Maybe that's another part of its appeal. You seem confused. Is there anything you want to ask me? I heard Sam's mission report. It seemed like a lot has happened recently, and I wanted to know how you were doing. There's nothing in Elio's script that would have stopped me from coming here, so that's exactly what I did. That's why I'm here now. No? That wasn't what you wanted to know. Oh, you wanted to know how I got here? Did you try asking Sam earlier? You didn't get the chance? I see. I'm sorry about what happened earlier. Sam has always been more straightforward than the rest of us. You probably noticed that too. As for how I got here, I wasn't invited. It's a good guess to say that the Stellaron Hunters probably were not extended an invitation to the Charmony Festival. And the planet security is airtight, both in the waking world and in the dreamscape. But you did receive that message from Silverwolf, yes? If she was able to get you into a hidden part of the dreamscape, it would make sense that she could get me and Sam into the dreamscape too. Does that make sense? I can tell there's still a lot on your mind. Anything else you wanted to ask me? I'm all ears. That's good. Very good. You're asking the right questions. There really isn't a way to tell if I'm the real Kafka. Did Silverwolf hack me into the dreamscapes in Penacony like she did for Sam? Or am I just a figment of your imagination? No more than a part of the dream you're having right now. I am sorry, but I'm not planning to give you a direct answer to that question. I'll ask you another question instead. Does it really matter if I'm real or not? In other words, if I am real, what knowledge do you think you could get from me that you don't already know? But if I'm not real, what do you say to me that you can't say to the real Kafka? You think I might lie to you? I get it. I know you don't have much reason to trust me. How about this? Remember that game we played with one truth, one lie, where I promised I would follow the rules we set? And I stuck to my word, and now I'll make a similar promise. Here on Penacony, in this one dream, if you ask me about something, I'll either give you a true answer or no answer at all. I promise I'm not gonna lie to you. Not now. You are right. I can't convince you to believe what I'm saying. I can only promise that anything I tell you here will be the truth. It's up to you whether you want to believe me. And it's up to you whether you think I'm real or a dream. So, what's your answer? Do you trust me? I figured you'd say that. And then, do you want me to leave? Trust me, I don't want to be what keeps you from being able to, unwind. I think that's what you need the most at the moment. Really? I'm glad to hear that. I'll stay then. You can make yourself comfortable. The couches in these hotel rooms are quite nice. Oh, and since this is a dream, you don't even have to worry about your clothes getting wrinkled. So, what do you think of Penacony's dreamscapes? I haven't gotten the chance to visit all of the main moments yet. There's some that I'm not very keen on visiting. But a few have piqued my interest. I should really visit them while I still can. More questions? No, I don't mind it. You always do have a lot of questions. I feel like whenever we meet, you've got a lot to ask me. No, I promise there's nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong at all. Oh, why am I here? Didn't I already answer that? I was telling the truth earlier, if that's what you were wondering. I came here because I wanted to see how you were doing. Another good point. I did promise to tell you the truth, but I didn't guarantee I would tell you the whole truth. There are several other reasons I chose to visit you. I won't be able to tell you about all of them, but I will tell you one other reason I'm here. I came here to see how you were doing. From what I heard from Sam's report, I figured you would need a chance to rest. Yes, I heard about what happened. I'm sorry. I know you've got a lot on your mind right now, and I know it's hard to figure out who to trust. It would make everything so much easier if we could just peer into each other's minds and know everything about what they're thinking, about what makes them tick. There really is a lot we don't understand, and a lot of questions that might be left unanswered. I don't have the answers for you, and I know you want a lot of answers. I'm sorry. I can't help you catch this killer. You've got everything you need to solve this mystery without me, and even if nothing in Elia's script had prevented me from stepping in, this isn't a time where I should intervene. That's all I can tell you, for the time being. What do I want then? What I want is probably a lot more straightforward than what you're expecting. I can't tell you what the Stellaron Hunters want or why Sam approached you, but I can tell you what I'm here for. I want to talk with you. I want to hear about your time in Penacony. I mean, you can talk about anything you want, but I didn't want you stewing in silence while sitting in your hotel room all alone. Yes, really. Do you believe me? Then tell me what you want to talk about first. You only have to say as much as you want, and I can listen as much or as little as you want. Tell me more about the reverie. About the moment of golden hour. Tell me more about Miss Firefly. I can assure you I have no ulterior motives in asking you these questions. It wouldn't give an extra advantage to me or the Stellaron Hunters if you told me anything, as opposed to if you told me nothing. I want you to tell me about your journeys, because I want to hear how Penacony has been treating you. Wouldn't it be nice to have a way to talk about your experiences with someone? If you don't want to tell me anything, you don't have to. But I'm ready to hear about anything you have on your mind. Good. I'm glad to hear that from you. Where did you want to start? You don't have to be so vague about that part. The Stellaron Hunters knew about your invitation to Penacony. After all, it's not much of a secret that the family invited almost every known major faction to the Charmony Festival. Chances are we knew about your attending before even you did. Running with the IPC's representative. I see. The Interastral Peace Corporation. You could say they're pretty similar to the Stellaron Hunters. The main difference is the perceived legality of our actions. Don't worry about what that means. Any particular reason why you chose your first moment? Just curious. The moment of golden hour. You want to know what I think? Aren't you so considerate? What I think is, there are different parts of the golden hour I enjoy. Some more than others. The surreal landscapes and the sky filled with the moments of meteors eternally crashing through the atmosphere. That I enjoy. The inhabitants of the moment that are eternally drunk and dependent on Soul Glad. That I'm not very fond of. I see. You do have a good point. I don't have much of a need to consume Soul Glad myself, considering how many inhabitants use it to inhibit their fears and worries. Maybe that's why the beverage's promise to hide doesn't interest me at all. Oh, my bad. I got sidetracked. So you said the golden hour is where you met Miss Firefly, yes? Tell me about what you did. As one does when in the golden hour. That moment does have a notorious reputation, even outside of Penacony. I shouldn't be the one to answer that question. Do you think you made the right choice? Good. That's all you need to worry about. She seemed rather grateful for your help, and it sounded like you enjoyed your time together. How do you feel now? I can tell you were fond of Miss Firefly, and I can tell you regret how things ended up. Do you think you know why you feel such regret? I see. Interesting question for you to ask, considering you already know the answer. No, I don't experience fear. The concept simply didn't exist on the planet I came from. And no, I don't feel as though I'm missing a part of myself, but you have to remember that I've never been able to understand or feel fear the way other life forms are able to. Is it really possible to miss something that you've never had? Allow me to ask you another question in turn. Do you think it would make things easier if you didn't have to experience grief? If sadness or regret were nothing more than imaginary emotions? Of course, I have my own biases and opinions. I want to hear what your thoughts are. I see. I do value being able to hear your insight. I find it very fascinating. I suppose I can tell you a little more, just to soothe your nerves, sate your curiosity. I invited you to talk about your travels in Penacony, so you can process the events in your memory better. Awfully mundane answer, isn't it? But the thing is, trauma has a lovely way of obscuring your memories, to make looking through them akin to looking through a foggy haze. Some say the mind does this to shield against further trauma. I can't say for sure, I haven't experienced that myself. But I figured I could give you the chance to talk about everything without being pressed for time. Do you think it helped? Good. Do you feel more at ease? That's good to hear. It is almost time after all. Almost time. Every dream has to come to an end, and sooner or later, you're going to wake up. Best to savor before you have to rejoin the waking world. Don't worry about it too much. I promise, there will come a time when it all makes sense. Are you feeling tired? You have been here for a while. It may be the right time to get some rest. Do you think it's time to leave this dream and move on? No. You don't have to just yet. You can spend as long as you need here. And just remember, you've got your Astral Express crew waiting for you. Hey, listen. I want you to remember what I'm about to say. You always have the power to make decisions for yourself. And that's what I told you a very long time ago. And you've got wonderful companions that care for you, and you have many more worlds and moments that are still waiting for you to explore. You don't have to forget the losses you've experienced, but you don't have to let them weigh you down either. Do you understand? That's okay. You will soon. After you wake up, I won't be here anymore. You're going to continue on your current journey without me. No, I can't stay. I'm sorry. I wish I could, but it's better if I don't come with you. But I trust you'll be able to finish this chapter of your story without my help. You've done well for yourself so far. You noticed that back at the Shenzhou, didn't you? I could tell you, but I think it is better if you have a few mysteries to work through on your own. Now, are you ready to sleep? Are you sure? Perfect. Come here, lay down. I'll stay with you until you fall asleep. Close your eyes. Good night. Sleep well.